Yeah, party people, you know what it is. Your boy Hakim Green, channel live and direct. BDP, all day, every day, all we do. Spark Madism, live and direct on the Madism Sports Show. I'm the only one that be sparking Madism, though. You know, my co-hosts, you know, they try to keep it sober over there where they at. You know, let me bring these guys in. What up, Wes?
What's going on? Keeping it sober.
What up, Spliffy?
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
We got a lot to talk about this week, boy. Woo, man.
What's up with your boy?
Which one?
Exactly.
Exactly. Which one? I mean, we got, you know, my guy in the NFL's wilding, my guy in the NBA's wilding. But we're gonna talk about all that. There's a lot to talk about. We gonna catch up, go over last week's scoreboard with the NFL. Look at what's happening in the NBA right now, and we're gonna get it in. But you know how we do. I'm gonna throw up a song. All the people in the building already, please share this stream. DJ Wise, what up, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Share this stream, like, subscribe to the channel so you get notifications whenever we go live and direct. Renata, peace. Thank you for checking in. Yeah. You know, we really appreciate our supporters, and we want to, give you guys salutations when we can. Big up, John Scott. All right, that's it. Let me throw this joint up. Y'all niggas by Hakim Green, produced by DJ Nasty. Yeah.
I also don't believe in drugs. For years, I paid my people extra so they wouldn't do that kind of business. My city would keep the traffic in the dark, people, the color. They're animals anyway, so let them lose their soul.
Y'all niggas ain't fresh. Y'all niggas will get laid to rest. Y'all niggas hold the game back. We them real niggas that bring that real shit back. Now check it. Y'all niggas ain't fresh. Y'all niggas will get laid to rest. Y'all niggas hold the game back. We them real niggas that bring that real shit back. Yeah. Sit back, take note, you can quote. Bite my shit, I hope y'all niggas choke. You could tell the pigs this shit stops today. My life the color black cause the sky commodity gray. Tricks are for kids, warriors come out to play. MCs stay riffing while the hood is in decay. You ain't a man, my nigga, you a boy. Getting passed around the cipher, my nigga, you a toy. Your whole style employ, real niggas love it black. So I spit the real McCoy when it's time to touch the track. Troops get deployed when it's time to go and attack, y'all. Like Chips Ahoy with a box of Cracker Jacks. I stay dropping facts, ready to shoot like it's craps. But I'm here to bring peace, the streets salute like it's taps. I stay right and exact, the latter. Matter of fact, I put bombs in your mouth, now stick yourself like a Mac. Y'all niggas ain't fresh. Y'all niggas will get laid to rest. Y'all niggas hold the game back. We them real niggas that bring that real shit back. Now check it. Y'all niggas ain't fresh. Y'all niggas will get laid to rest. Y'all niggas hold the game back. We them real niggas that bring that real shit back. Yeah, I wanna uplift the block, y'all niggas stick to pimpin'. I love to salute my brothers, y'all niggas stick to dissing. Pitchin', that shit, that scratch the itchin'. Serve the bad batch, my nigga, watch what you sniffin'. When they want the white, I sit it out like Scottie Pippen. Nigga want the candy just to end up like a victim. But the very song I sing, y'all niggas need to listen. How to say it with conviction, y'all niggas just be snitching. Get it? Conviction got the whole hood convicted. The hood gets gentrified, black families get evicted. CBS got Percocets, everybody stay addicted. Y'all niggas keep us locked down like the blockchain is encrypted, restricted. Everybody movement is constricted. Now the block is like a prison, slavery self-inflicted. We used to break rocks, now y'all niggas just cook it in the kitchen. The prison industrial complex orchestrated by Richard Nixon. Y'all niggas ain't fresh. Y'all niggas will get laid to rest. Y'all niggas hold the game back. We them real niggas that bring that real shit back. Now check it. Y'all niggas ain't fresh. Y'all niggas will get laid to rest. Y'all niggas hold the game back. We them real niggas that bring that real shit back. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That is my niggas. Oh, excuse me. Y'all niggas. Y'all niggas.
Y'all niggas.
People go, man, what's wrong with hip hop? Y'all niggas. Yo, what's wrong with the hood? Y'all niggas. There's so much going on. He'd be like, at the end of the day, if y'all niggas get y'all shit together, y'all could take over the whole situation. Because the black man does have the power to do just that. Take over the entire situation. But first we have to realize we got to, stick the niggonometry in the corner sometimes. We got to put over there the niggonometry. Speaking of niggonometry, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, AB, who we talking about there.
AB, your boy. That's your boy, isn't
it? Man, well, let's not get it twisted. First and foremost, the brother's one of the most skilled wide receivers to ever play the game. Period, point blank. And we knew that when he was in Pittsburgh. He didn't really get to exhibit his skill set with the Raiders like we wanted him to, but he quickly got shuffled to the New England Patriots. Well, not so quickly, but he got on board with the New England Patriots, and that went left. That went left.
2 games left.
2, right. And, he was out the league. We didn't know if he was going to get a home, get another spot. Tom Brady boogies down to Tampa Bay and makes the demand to bring Antonio Brown in. Now, word is Bruce Arians didn't really feel that. He was not really with that. But, it's Tom Brady. You can't really argue with Tom Brady. You can't really fight Tom Brady. So
he spoke out against it before he came initially.
Bruce Arians.
Yeah, BA did. Yeah.
Now, you think about that. Like how much clout Tom Brady has for BA to step out and go, I'm not really with this, or put it on record that he wasn't with it. And then it's like the whole fake vaccination card situation, which was a really big deal. We know there's Aaron Rodgers. I get it. But Aaron Rodgers didn't break the law. You know what I mean? Like he broke the law. Now, whether I agree with the law as it's instituted, the mandates, I'm saying. But if you get caught breaking the law, there's some penalties you have to face. AB, because of his skill set and because Tom Brady is on his side, was able to get around what would have happened to the normal player without the skill set in his relationship.
Yeah.
So at this point, bro, like you should just be happy you're on the squad. You should do what is asked of you. If they say sit, you sit. If they say go in, you go in. You just play your role, keep your head down, play last week's game and this week's game, and you'll get your numbers. And even if you don't get your numbers, you can get to the Super Bowl and there's going to be a spot for you next year on another team if you so choose. But to walk out there and do the Rollo pimp strut in the end zone, shirt off.
Well, that's AB-esque. But so, Hawk, you heard that was about him just being mad about him not being able to get his numbers? Is that what it's about?
There's conflicting stories on the underground.
Okay.
One report came out. Somebody did, it broke that he with so many receptions, he was going to get $1 million. If he got, I forget what it was. There's certain, benchmarks in his contract that if he reached, he gets an extra $333,000. All those benchmarks he was looking to reach in the last game. And because he felt he wasn't being thrown to in the first half, word is he said, you know what? I'm hurt. I don't want to go back in. There's a rumor that he said to Tom Brady, So I see you throwing to your boy Gronk. I see Gronk's your favorite receiver today. Brady kind of nixed it off. And then he went to Bruce Arians and said, I don't want to go back in. My ankle's hurt. BA was like, no, go back in the game or leave. And that was his cue to be like, I deuces.
Wow.
I'm out. So it's like,
that's a shame, man.
It's like, but it's a conflicting narrative. One narrative is that they were trying to keep him from reaching his benchmarks. But then that doesn't make sense if BA is telling you to go in the game and you're saying you don't want to play. So it's like, which one is it?
What you described sounds more like BA and his past antics. I mean, that first, I guess, description of that narrative sounds more like him. And because all I heard was that he was hurt and he felt that they were rushing him back. That's the only thing I heard, which means he's not getting that incentive. Now, there's probably some clause in that in the contract, and how many minutes you played, how many games, if it's injury, this, that, and the third, which is why the first narrative probably makes sense. He's in the game. He's not get thrown to. This is going to count, which means I'm not going to get paid, because I'm not going to reach my goal. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to not playing. So either way, like you said, man, this is his last shot. I mean, what are you doing? How can you leave your team like that? You know what I'm saying? He got problems. He got problems.
Wes, you want to add on? No,
I just think if I've learned anything over the years is that after watching The Malice in the Palace and hearing Ron Artest talk like current day, he's got issues that we don't even understand. So logically thinking that he should act a certain way or perform a certain way without getting the proper help, it just seems like a moot point. We thought Artest was crazy, didn't we? And then we heard him talk 20 years later, and we like, man, that man needed help, like medical help. And we just thought he was this crazy dude from the projects. And lo and behold, he had some mental disorders going on right there. So I just think he needs help. He definitely looked like a fool out there, and it was definitely comedy. The memes were funny as hell. He needs help.
Yeah. And the severity of it when Tom Brady is basically, that's what he's pleading to people. He's like, just he needs help. Reach out, help the man.
Yeah, he needs help.
Though they're not the same thing, our reaction to those things, I think, could be compared. And the reaction and response to AB versus the reaction and response to Colin Kaepernick, to me, is very striking and very telling, as it has to do with a Tom Brady and the likes. Like they're willing to stick their neck out for certain types of folks. They're willing to go on the limb. They're willing to give you support. When you look at the people that they're supporting, have checkered past, checkered history, allegations of assault, sexual assault, domestic violence, not just AB, and I'm not putting it all on him, but it's a certain type of African-American athlete that seems, we're not racist because look, we support him. And it's like, I wonder why. When
they support those who need help, who they think can be saved, or they look at as something that sells in terms of his dysfunction is something that's sellable. But a Colin Kaepernick, on the other hand, who had something plausible and real and came with intelligence and had some substance, they're not behind that because that's too real. And we want to sell. We want reality TV versus real TV.
Right. Well, the Brady love has to be authentic. The man let AB live in his house, yo.
Yeah, AB Brady is authentic. I agree with that.
That has to be, that's different. That's on a different level. You know what I'm saying?
But again, it's authentic. I'm not questioning the authenticity of their relationship. I'm saying
the why of it.
It's just telling. There's when you look at Colin Kaepernick and you look at what he stood for, what he stood up for, the ethics, the morals, the values, the type of human being, the type of man Colin Kaepernick is, that's somebody that I would think Tom Brady would openly embrace.
I understand your point.
And if Tom Brady had embraced Colin Kaepernick off the field, like just to say, hey, listen, not like be pressured into it, not like, but Tom Brady was moot on the whole Colin Kaepernick situation pretty much. He didn't want to really stick his, but if Tom Brady supports Colin Kaepernick, so much is different. So much is different about that situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So it's like, I'm not even going to, as Tom Brady, I'm not even going to allow myself to get close to a Colin Kaepernick. I'm not going to, better yet, when you look at the statements and the positions that a Dak Prescott has to take in Dallas, there's like a certain, it's automatic. It's just the way we respond to things, the way who we choose to support, why we choose to support them. And it's like there's such a stark difference in the public's expectation, not just them, how we look at it and who, like, just certain people we shouldn't be, not that you can't support them, that you can't wish them well, you can't wish them to get certain. I'm not going on a limb for certain people. I'm just not doing that. And then when you have other people who have stood out on really important things that really count, really mean something, and their support is like lukewarm or non-existent, it's like, it's just disheartening, man. That's all. Like this whole AB thing is like, and it's not the shit on AB. Yeah, he needs help. But how many times we've been down this road with AB?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
He's been needing help since Pittsburgh.
Yeah. You're right.
Right. He was trying to get his money. He wasn't trying to get his money when he faked the vaccination card.
Or when he stiffed the chef.
Now, Pete, the science. The chef is supposed to be a recommendation of Tom Brady. This is Tom Brady's relationship. This is Tom Brady. This is the man that got you back in the league. The man that got you living in his house with his wife and his children. Right?
Insuring.
You're gonna conduct illegal activity in this man's home in front of a stranger. Everybody know I sell weed. Mm-hmm. Well, I used to sell weed. Certain places you don't pull out the weed and just start conducting business. You know what I mean? Because it has ramifications. And then you stiff the dude $500. Dude, $500. You're not thinking, AB. You're not thinking. So I can't. At what point do you go, AB? I hope you get your shit together, bro. But on to the next.
Well, that's what it's gonna have to be like now. I mean, he's a wrap. He'll never play in the NFL again. I don't think.
Man, I don't know. He might be playing for the Giants. He might be playing for the Giants next year. They love some coon ass Negroes. As long as that's the thing. As long as you're willing to play yourself, demean yourself, degrade our people, degrade black malehood. As long as you're willing to go out there and be all the stereotypes they got created for us, there's a place in the NFL for you.
Yeah. Well, Giants definitely not putting up with that. They shipped Odell out of town. The
Giants are a little stiff on that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, they're not messing with that. Now
they don't like no color.
Yeah.
And when I say color, I mean they don't like you to be colorful. Like they don't like you to have personality.
Yeah. Like Joe Morris type. No disrespect to Joe Morris, the legend.
Yeah.
But definitely cut from a certain cloth. But then again, you had Lawrence Taylor, though. Lawrence Taylor was a wild boy.
But they had to deal with that because I was a wild boy that had played football a different way.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, look at AB. The skill set, bro. AB. I mean, when it comes to
but that was a different era.
That was their problem from the beginning, and they just harnessed it all his whole career. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to inherit nobody's problem.
And not to mention, none of the things that Lawrence was really doing got out. Okay. we only hearing about the stuff now, and that's only still part of it. Imagine if there was video and Twitter and all this stuff back in Lawrence Taylor day. Come on, man.
Well, I know Lawrence Taylor's dealing with something right now, though.
Yeah, I hear about that.
Bro, we wish him the best.
Yeah.
But come on, get it together, bro. Get it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Leave them kids alone. Yeah. Hey. But yeah. So let's stay with the NFL. How do we do, Cliffy Cliff?
No, Wes took it down.
I took it.
Oh, you took it down?
Everybody on this panel managed to go 12-4.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe Cliff and I took the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
We all took the Cowboy loss.
Well, that Dolphins was my dog of the week. Let's go.
Let's go down the list. So I know what's what. Yeah. Hey, came to class unprepared, Wes.
I got it. It's right here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My dog ate it.
The Bears. Who'd the Bears play? The Giants.
Yeah, that was a win for them.
We all took the Bears. The Pats played the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we all took the Pats.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams and the Ravens. Hakim was bold enough to take the Rams, and Cliff and I took the L with the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks played the Jets, and we all took the Bucks.
Yo, but hold on for a second. Man, how the Jets throw that game away, bro.
Yeah,
they just took it and tossed it in the garbage can.
And can we please just comment on the mastery, the superior skill set of Tom Brady, bro?
In the clutch.
Yeah.
We have 57 seconds left on the 1 yard line, 2 yard line.
It was nasty.
And no, Godwin and Brown aren't playing. And did Mike Evans play?
No, he was chasing after AB.
So they didn't have his 3 wide receivers, and he still managed to go 98 yards in 50 seconds.
Yeah, that could have been AB's touchdown right there.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry.
So the Bills played. I don't remember their opponent. I got the Bills. We all took the Bills.
I think they played the Falcons.
Yeah, the Bills played the Falcons. We all took the Bills. The Chiefs and the Bengals. Cliff was a smart one to take the Bengals, and Hakim and I took the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like I said, me and Cliff took the Finns and lost, but Hakim took the Titans. Me and Cliff took the Las Vegas. Hakim took the Colts and took the L there. We all took the Eagles. It looks like the Chargers we took, but whoever the Chargers played, who the Chargers played at this past week? Broncos. Hakim took the Broncos. I couldn't read my own handwriting. 49ers, we all took the Seahawks. We all took the boys and lost. We all took the Saints. Hakim and I took the Pack. Cliff took the Vikings. And then we all took the Steelers. And that equals 12-4 for each of us.
Wow. That's a good one.
Chargers won. Thanks, JT. Piece of JT's in the building. DJ Wise. Yeah. I see you. Derek Fisher. What up? Lawrence Taylor didn't commit the crime again. He violated the term of his conviction by not registering as a sex offender in Florida. Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate the update. Yeah. Well, that's good to know, because after seeing him on the Madden documentary and them closing out with Lawrence Taylor and seeing how much Lawrence Taylor, means to football as well as to John Madden, and then a couple weeks later he have that thing go. So it's good to know that he's in good shape. Thanks, Derek. Yep.
Real good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. AB is back on Tampa's team via Brady vouch once again.
Nah, you lying. You lying.
I believe it, bro.
What?
No way.
I believe it. And this is like, it's Brady is after trophies,
Of course.
championships. And AB, especially with Godwin out for the remainder of the season, he needs insurance. And that's why
AB pulled the 5 heartbeats on Bruce Arians. He went up to Big Red like a Eddie Kane did and said, he trying to replace me. Brady said, I'm going up in there and I'm claiming this right here. I'm not letting Bruce mess up nothing.
No, but it's like, we say, oh, we got to support the brother. The brother needs help. Whoop-de-woo. When Tom Brady is done with AB, he going to drop AB so fast. Going to change his number, turn his phone off. Bruh, watch.
Like Giselle making pancakes this morning.
You get lighter, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah. So okay.
That's funny.
Let's go down this week's schedule. We got Chiefs and the Broncos. Chiefs at Broncos.
Chiefs at Broncos. I think the Broncos will pull this one out because the Chiefs might rest everybody. Are they playing for anything? That's what you got to kind of look at this week. Who's playing for something?
Broncos aren't. I don't think.
I think the Chiefs are still playing for the number 1 seed, aren't they?
Okay.
It's them. It's them or the Colts, I believe.
No, the Colts are not. Their Colts are 9-7.
Yeah.
No, not the Colts. Them are the Titans. I meant.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Titans right now are the number 1 seed in that spot. But if they lose and the Chiefs win, I think the Chiefs get in that slot. So I think the Chiefs are playing for something.
So if they're playing for something, I got the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
Yeah, I have the Chiefs.
Cowboys versus Eagles at Eagles.
I got Cowboys.
I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles.
All right, I'm gonna go lone wolf. Oh, but I'll give you a full disclosure. Eagles down 7 players right now, announced earlier today, maybe up to 12 players. So
yeah, but they got the 5-game rule. So they could be down 12 today and be good at game time because 5 days from now is Saturday.
Okay, I still like my Cowboys.
I got you. I'm not mad at you for liking your Cowboys.
Washington at Giants.
I like the Giants. They're terrible, but I think they'll play hard.
I'm gonna go with Washington.
I'm going with Washington.
Oh!
Bengals at Browns.
I got the Bengals.
Got the Bengals.
All right, I got the Bengals, and that's my best bet.
Nice. Steelers at Ravens.
I got the Ravens.
Got the Ravens.
All right, well, should I reveal the board this quick because the Steelers are my top dog this week.
Okay.
The Steelers are my top dog.
Talk about it.
And you can see these stellar numbers are here, right? That 13-2 best bet. That's the year. And the top dog, we 10-5. And so this rounds out the year right now. We got the Bengals best bet and the Steelers +5.
Okay.
So double digits on both ends.
Good year for you.
13-2 right now for best bet. And 10-5, yeah.
It's a good year.
Yeah.
Okay. Packers at Lions.
I'm gonna go with the Lions because I think the Packers are sitting everybody.
I'm gonna go with the Lions as well.
I'm gonna go with the Pack. Oh! Colts at Jaguars. Colts.
Colts.
Bears at Vikings. Vikings.
I like Bears at Vikings. I like the Vikings.
Vikings.
Titans at Texans. I got the Titans. Though, can the Texans pull up another upset?
I actually was thinking about that upset too, but the Texans beat them earlier in the year. So and the Titans need to win. So no, I got the Titans.
I got the Titans. Who you
Saints
got?
No, Titans.
Okay.
Saints at Falcons.
Saints.
Saints.
Hey, big. Seahawks at Cardinals. Cards.
Got the Seahawks.
I got the Cards.
Oh.
Look at motherfucking puppy out this motherfucking. Jets at Bills.
What's this? What you say again?
Jets at Bills.
The Jets at the Bills.
Take the Bills.
I got the Bills.
I got the Bills. So I wanted to take the Jets as my top dog here too, but because the Bills embarrassed them. I think the Jets are going to play hard though. I think they're going to keep this one close.
Wow.
Tweety Bird.
Okay.
I mean, you call me a puppy. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But, Bills. Okay. We got the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Panthers at Buccaneers. Bucks.
Panthers at the Bucks.
The Bucks.
I like the Bucks.
AB for 200 yards.
AB ain't coming back.
All right, bro. They was talking about it on sports media all day today. Rumors had it that AB was actually not released.
Not off the team yet.
Not off the team yet. It wasn't confirmed. Yep. This is BH just not wanting this dude there, which is understandable. Trust man, listen. Because Tom Brady's not officially.
It says they haven't officially released AB, and he's not on the wire yet.
Listen, I don't believe if BA go back on his, that would be big. That would be wow.
Man, Tom Brady's bigger than BA. Come on, let's keep it real. Tom Brady pulls the strings there, bro.
Did we have a conversation about Jim Harbaugh coming back to the NFL?
No, but after this loss, I don't know. After that L, nigga, I don't know.
Yeah, because that's a rumor too, that he might look at the Raider job.
Oh, well. He maybe have done all he can do at Michigan, and he would leave after beating Ohio State. So, I
kind of felt like that's what it was going to be his next move after the Michigan game. I was like, he beat Ohio State. Like you said, Cliff, he don't have nothing else to accomplish there. And he's an NFL coach in my eyes.
Yeah. And he was drowning there. And he had to have this big year.
And he's going to bring Colin Kaepernick back. Psych. I'm joking. It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. All right, so we got Patriots at Dolphins. I'm gonna take the Dolphins.
Patriots.
I'm gonna take the Pats.
Oh,
Benz.
49ers at Rams. Ooh, that's a good one.
49ers.
I'm gonna take the 49ers.
At Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams.
The Rams.
Oh, I think last game of the year, Matt Stafford got a lot to prove. I think he'll have a big game. A big game.
Well, 49ers are fighting for that last playoff spot. They win and they're in.
Man,
it's them and the Saints.
And the Cardinals and the Rams are both fighting for the division.
Right.
Still.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers at Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Oh,
Now let me ask you a question.
This is another winning you're in.
I missed. I think there's 16 games, so I missed 3 of them in the beginning. I know I have the Washington game and the Cowboy game. What was above those? Who the Jets playing?
They're playing Buffalo.
Okay, we took the Bills. Okay, so I missed the going to the beginning, the 3 in the beginning.
We got Chiefs at Broncos.
That's the one I missed. And who did we take? I took the Broncos. I took the Chiefs. I'm sorry, I took the Chiefs.
I took the Broncos.
Yeah, and I took the Chiefs. I think you got all of them.
Okay, so I have the Packers and the Lions, Colts, the Vikings, the Redskins, the Eagles.
You guys Steelers at Ravens.
That's the one I'm missing. And I'm taking the Ravens. And Cliff is taking the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And Hawk is taking the Ravens.
Yeah.
And I think there's one other. That's the Bengals. That's the last one. Bengals and Browns. Yep. And I had the Bengals. I think Cliff had the Bengals. And Hawk had the Bengals. Okay. We all good.
So, all right, so two things I want to talk about. All right, before I say that, Derek Fisher says they haven't released him because, as they put it, they lining their ducks in a row preparing for the grievance that he's going to file after they release him. The alleged issue of Arians telling him to go back in the game, and he allegedly stated he had an injured ankle. So that's the ABBA situation.
Gotcha.
They're going to release him. They're just lining their ducks up for the to prepare for the backlash.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it just didn't go down yet.
It just didn't go down yet.
It's about to go down.
Right. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. It does because if you say Tom Brady's pulling the strings in this situation, Antonio Brown would be pulling the strings, and he would be the most powerful person in this situation. And that's not something they can allow happen because that's going to have an effect throughout the organization. Other players see it. It just doesn't go well. And Tom Brady's not going to be there forever. Bruce Arians still has to have a career after Tom Brady breaks out. At some point, you got to grab the reins and take control of the ship. So, it is what it is. But that doesn't erase the fact that Antonio Brown is one of the most talented receivers to ever play the game. Let's not overshadow that with this. It's just a shame that his mental state does overshadow his skill. And that's that. Okay, that said, boom. Justin Herbert is being compared to the likes of Patrick Mahomes, as per Colin Cowherd. And I'm like, what is Justin Herbert won? I think the dude is dope. I think he's off the. I think he's going to be something. He's going to be something. Going to be, but it's just how do you just catapult the boy into the likes of a Patrick Mahomes? I don't understand that.
I think that a lot of these guys, with the early success of these newer quarterbacks like the Herberts and Mahomes again. He went to the NFC play
2 Super Bowls, 1-1.
Yeah, but he went to the AFC Championship game year 1, Super Bowl the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about early success. Now, Justin Herbert has all of the early traits, and he has but don't sleep on Joe Burrow, yo. That cat is the truth.
Right.
That's he's probably he's good, yo.
Right.
He's
really good. I'm really excited about watching Joe Burrow develop. He's off the charts, very good. But you got to win in playoffs. You have to do something. I just remember a time not too far in the past, wasn't that long ago, where if you didn't win playoff games and you didn't have hardware, You didn't get included in the conversation with
conversation,
those two. Just chill.
But you got what you got to understand now is Brady, Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, right? And who else is it? Brady, Rodgers have the most playoff and Ben Roethlisberger. Those 5 quarterbacks have the most playoff success of anybody else, including because Matt Ryan had 1 year run to the Super Bowl. He hasn't done anything since. So you look at those 5 quarterbacks, the most consistent, and there's 32 teams in the NFL, right? So we got 5. So again, in this society, they are going out of their way to anoint quickly because they're losing. 2 of them are going to be going, 3 of them are going to be going very soon. Rodgers, Brady, and Roethlisberger on the clock, right? So if you got Russell and Mahomes, those are only 2 left. Who they look like?
Yeah.
Who they look like, right? Those are only 2 that got playoff experience of like that's like exempt. Like they have like true playoff experience, Super Bowl wins, and they've been to multiple Super Bowls. Those 5 guys. Everybody else has either been to 1 or none. And and a lot of these guys, the Josh Allens, 1 playoff win. Lamar Jackson, 1 playoff win. Dak Prescott, 1 playoff win. Right? So where are they going to go? So they have to catapult people that haven't done anything because God forbid, that's why it's so important that Dak Prescott get the memo and win this damn Super Bowl. Because then he becomes an elite company that no one else can talk about. And so it behooves him to understand what's going on right now because they're comparing people who haven't done anything, people who have done a lot. Because of who's on that resume board. Russell Wilson and Mahomes have a few more years left where Aaron Rodgers, Brady, and Roethlisberger are moving on.
Roethlisberger is a done deal.
Yeah, it's a done deal. So that was only 4 guys left.
We got Brady and Rodgers. I give Brady, another year, maybe 2.
And Rodgers maybe 3, right?
Maybe 3. Yeah.
Maybe
Which
3.
is insane because Brady will be 46 in 2 years. That's insane.
Think about what I'm saying, though. Look at the league. There's 32 teams, and we talk about 4 guys after Roethlisberger retires. So that's 28 dudes that got no real playoff accomplishments. No one got no feathers on their cap. None of them. They're all equal. All of them. There's not one that outshines the other on any squad. Period.
Well, we'll have a lot to talk about after this playoff, and I think Burrow will be in that because you're talking about, he got playmakers to throw to. He got some.
Burrow has a shot, but
he's a beast, yo.
It's gonna be a matter of who they get to, right? And what's on the line. I mean, you think?
They're my dark horse, yo. They my dark horse. They may go there this year, yo. To Cincinnati, yo. They can do it. They I'm telling you, that's my outside dark horse. I'm jumping on that right now. I'm jumping on that because
so you got Cincinnati in the Super Bowl coming out of the AFC.
Well, depending on how it lines up, because
that's what I said. I just said it depends on matchup.
Right. Okay.
Because if we're looking just who could beat KC, to me, the most logical team is just, and I'm talking about the AFC, Cincinnati, but they just did it. You know what I'm saying? And
Buffalo beat them. Buffalo beat them too.
Yeah, but I don't think Buffalo don't scare me at all. Buffalo may lose in the first round this year. Again,
if they played the Chiefs, they could beat the Chiefs. What I'm saying is all a matter of who gets who. I think there's a few teams that could get Cincinnati because they have a stronger defense. I think Tennessee could mess around and give Cincinnati problems because they're good on defense. I think Cincinnati's a better squad offensively, but I think it all matters of who the matchup is. But I don't disagree that Cincinnati is good. I agree with you there.
And I think Cincy Buffalo may be a first round matchup, something like that too. And I think Cincy gonna get them. I think unless it's a blizzard.
All right, so you pick somebody. Cincinnati. What you saying, Cliff?
That's my dark horse right now. Until we see some the lineups, because it's easy to just say KC. Or easy to.
I'm not saying KC. I mean, okay. I don't really have a feel for the AFC at all. I see KC, I see Tennessee, I see Cincinnati, I see Buffalo.
The Colts
I see New England.
I see New England too, yeah. So again, it's going to be like how they line up. But right now, I'm calling my dark horse right now.
Yep.
That's my dark horse.
Okay.
And don't sleep on the Colts only because of the running game and the defense, and they turn the ball over too.
Well, what's up with your boy Wentz? Is he good? Is he what's
well? I mean, I'm not talking. I didn't say that. I said because of the running game. Because remember, he
got hurt.
Oh, he did? I didn't even know.
Yeah, Carson Wentz got hurt this past game.
I didn't even know.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I think he did get hurt. I don't know how serious it was, though.
I know they were talking about bringing Phillip Rivers in, but I always thought that was because of the COVID thing, which was crazy to me. They were talking about bringing in Phillip Rivers. I was like, what?
What? I didn't hear that. The only Phillip Rivers news I heard was early in the season. Well,
this was the other day, like literally the other day.
No, I'm talking about the Saints were talking him, and I'm talking about 2 months ago when Jameis went down. That's the only thing I heard about Rivers. So his name is still floating around. He must have kept in shape.
Yeah, they floated around the other day, but I thought it was because of Carson Wentz being on the COVID list again.
Oh,
but I'm not sure.
That they're gonna have to be ready for is one of these quarterbacks on the COVID list. You're done.
Who they played last? Who the Colts play?
The Colts just played. They lost to. The Colts lost to the Raiders.
Man, it can't beat the Raiders.
Speaking of the Raiders, did you hear what happened to their
yeah, the dude woke up and he went to sleep in the car at a hotel lot or something like that.
He was on he was on the off ramp leaving the hotel and passed out. I guess a hotel security called the police to wake him up. And why did you?
Yeah, I'm wrong about that. He's not hurt. He's okay. I'm not seeing anything come up.
Heck was that?
Vegas is a hard city to play ball in. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean,
these young cats. They just, they got money, they got access, and it's 24 hours. It's just bad decisions waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to always love to bet on basketball. I'd pick the Atlanta Hawks or the Miami Heat if they played on Sunday afternoon, early game. It was like it was like taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, Cats in Magic City the night before, or on South Beach, on
Miami Heat have a Sunday afternoon game before you knew I was going down. But back to the AFC, I think they're legitimately Kansas City's obviously the favorite. But I think they actually have 4 teams that could actually come out, 5 that could actually come out, because you can't sleep on Belichick, period. Mm-hmm. So if he gets in the tournament, it's on and popping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this over and over again. Your defense wins championships, but you got to be able to score points.
Yeah.
You got to be able to put.
They can run the ball. Yeah. They can run. I mean, they're not scoring that. And he's not making mistakes.
No, he's not.
And he's not making mistakes. So I can't wait just to see the matchups. That's why I'm excited at the end of this Sunday when everybody's in, and then you see who's lined up against who. That's when it'll get interesting because matchups gonna win this tournament because it's wide open. Yeah. It is wide open. Yeah. Just look how many teams are still available. On both sides. What is there? 4 teams available on the AFC to get in. And 2 teams in the and this is the 17th week.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read this list to you so we can understand what I was saying too about the quarterbacks again. So Tom Brady, right? You got Tom Brady. We know what his playoff success. Matthew Stafford, playoff wins, 0. This is how they rank right now according to stats. Justin Herbert, 0 playoff wins. Derek Carr.
Yep.
Okay.
No, 0.
Joe Burrow. So those are your first 5 statistically quarterbacks in the NFL. Pat Mahomes. Okay, so we said we named him. Josh Allen. Dak Prescott. Aaron Rodgers. We named him, right? So he's still on course. Kirk Cousins. Matt Ryan had the 1 MVP year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a couple of wins, but it was only in 1 season. Kyler Murray. Mac Jones, we already know that. Big Ben, we named him. Now, this is the one I forgot, but are you really scared of him? I forgot about this one. Jimmy Garoppolo.
He had that one run. That's it.
He had the one run, but we never really believed in Jimmy anyway.
And don't get it twisted, because that playoff run where he got the 2 wins, he threw probably 14 passes.
He threw 14
Remember those
passes.
games?
So we can't count Jimmy G. We can't count porn star Jimmy. Ryan Tannehill. Trevor Lawrence. Tannehill, I think, has 2 wins because he beat Brady last year or 2 years ago. Trevor Lawrence, Carson Wentz, Taylor Heineke, Jalen Hurts, Teddy Bridgewater, Baker Mayfield, 1 win. Okay, Jared Goff, again, another example of a one-hit wonder. Lamar Jackson, I've mentioned Russell, Tua, Daniel Jones, Davis Mills, Sam Darnold. There you go.
Yeah.
There's nobody with a playoff resume in the whole lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Nah, you're right.
And to me, that's a conversation they should be having on Sports Talk. Because they always elevating people and degrading people, but when you look at the whole body of work, none of these dudes have a resume. None of them.
No, none of them.
None of them.
Yeah.
0. And that's the most important thing, right? Playoff wins. They want to talk about big game wins. Who has one here?
Yeah,
nobody.
That's the thing. People have been so quick to annoy people. It's like, yo, can you let them win something? Let them actually accomplish something, execute when it really counts. Regular season to regular season, we give kudos for all those stats. But if you're not getting the hardware, if you're not in the running for real, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, man?
What are we talking about? So yeah, so Wes and I had a great conversation yesterday, Cliff, about Dak Prescott, and my take again with you got to show and prove, right? And until you show and prove, it's like it is what it is. And the last few games, Dak outside the Washington game and the Atlanta game, he's not really, he's all right. He's all right.
That's it.
He's all right, but he's not. He hasn't shown that he can be trusted to be that guy. And we want to see him be that guy, that Tom Brady, that Aaron Rodgers, that Patrick Mahomes when he was able to do it that 1 year, really. But what's your feeling on Dak, Cliff, in the state of the Dallas Cowboys right now as it pertains to him?
Y'all hit the nail on the head, but he just this is his moment. He has to step up. He got paid this year. More than likely, he's going to win Comeback Player of the Year, which he deserves. But he hasn't been playing to his level. And to me, it was because, and I guess I was hoping, he was just recovering from that calf. It just takes time. You get better, you progressively get better, you get better. And then when we saw what we saw in that Washington game, we were elated than we saw last week. But Hawk, I have all the faith in Dak in the world. What I don't have faith in is McCarthy and his clock management and these bonehead things that he are doing that will lose football games in critical moments. Because we're right there with anybody in football. We get there, the talent-wise, personnel-wise, all of that. But one, missed timeout call or whatever, you lose a game. I think Dak knows that this is his time. The pressure's on him, and he needs to perform. He has the weapons around him. Everybody's getting healthy. They got a home playoff game. He got to step up. He got to do it. And I think he's in prime position to do it. It's just a matter of I'm more worried about McCarthy and his potential blunder.
I'm worried about Kellen Moore. And I'm worried about what JT just put on the thing. I'm tired of looking at Anthony Brown on the football field.
All you see is 30 back. I don't
want to see him no more. Like, I don't want to see Anthony Brown's jersey no more.
He's terrible.
It's just, in watching the game the other day, me and Hawk went back and forth, and I agree with some stuff with Dak, that Dak takes the onus of it. But the one part we disagreed on is I still feel like if they don't have anything to do with each other, the kicker gotta go. The kicker, even if you say, like you said, the kicker, and this is not like, it wasn't a bad point, but Cock was saying that if you're worried about your kicker setting the tone, then you don't have a good quarterback. And I don't think the two are related. I just think the kicker sets the tone because you drive down the field and you get a field goal or you get a touchdown and you can't get 7 because of him. And it's like what, like you don't do anything else. Like that's your one responsibility. It's like kicking the ball out of bounds too. That's unacceptable from a kicker. And you get to start at the 40. This
is
dude
it still Zerline?
Yeah, he's missed 12 kicks this year. Who gets to miss 12 kicks? I'm gonna tell you the story about Jimmy Johnson when I brought up the hot play. We didn't get into the story. Lynn Elliott was the field goal kicker, right? Mm-hmm. He missed 2 kicks in week 2 against the Buffalo Bills when Emmitt Smith was holding out. He missed 2 field goals. The Cowboys lost 16-13. They went 0-2. Emmitt signed next week, and they go to the Super Bowl. And Eddie Eat, Drink, and Be Merry was our kicker from that point forward. Lynn Elliott came to practice on Monday after the Buffalo loss, and the security, he was bags out in the front of the stadium. It was 2 shopping bags. The security guard said, the security guard said, "You can't go in there." I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, by the way, those are yours." And then he peeked in the runway and he looked down the tunnel, and it was 7 dudes kicking field goals, practicing. That was 2. This dude missed 12.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We got to get that dude right there. Got to go. Like, I don't care. He sucks.
Well, is that McCarthy or is that Jerry Jones?
No, that's Bones. That's that Bones Fossil, the special teams coach that they bought him from the Rams, because that was his guy at the Rams. And they done hoodwinked Jerry to believe that he's the answer. Man, get another kicker in here, man. I don't care about the field goals as much as the extra points, man. You got to make extra points. I'm sorry.
Right. All right. So we were talking about kicker is setting the tone, or
I was just saying that, and I said that you go chasing those points the rest of the game, and it just takes you out of your momentum. It's just that's what it is. And he was like, well, we just disagreed on the fact that whether or not it becomes a Dak issue if that's your problem and you can't get those points back, it becomes your quarterback's problem. But I just don't think the two intermingle. While I do agree with Dak, Hawk, about Dak got to play better, I don't think those two things.
What I mentioned was that before the missed field goal, Dak missed a wide open Amari Cooper.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it was like that's tone setting as well. When it's like he was wide open and he was off target. It was a bad throw.
And that's why we bring him in to kick a 43-yarder, because we missed that wide open throw. We couldn't convert on 3rd down. So you come and do your one job, right? Kick a 43-yarder that you hook so bad it wasn't even close.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
How many extra points did he miss yesterday or Sunday?
He missed
He missed the field goal.
Oh.
Yeah, he missed the opening field goal.
No, he missed the extra point too.
No, he didn't. We went chasing. We went chasing because it was 7
down 3.
It was 10-7. Then it went to 19-7, and then we got it to 19-15, and then we made it 19-14, and then we made it. We went for 2 when it got to 22 from 14.
All
So he made 2 extra points, and he missed a field goal. But the field goal was the difference of the game. But I'm just saying that should have come down to that. But 12 kicks this year is a lot. That's my opinion.
No, you definitely too many.
And missed field goals again sets the tone, sets a bad tone, particularly if it's a 43-yarder.
Yeah, but it's like
the extra points are worse because if you get a touchdown and it's 6-0 versus 7-0, 2 field goals get you back in the game.
Yeah, but you know how like there's just a energy when a Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or where it's an energy that the quarterback exudes that I look for from Dak, and I don't always get it.
Or Patrick Mahomes. Can we continue to say, like I said, that list is still the same.
There's a confidence. Right. Yeah, no, I got you. But I need that from Dak. I just need that because I know he has it. We've seen it from him.
Well, just the thing about it is that we've seen it. Like, so we already know he's capable of doing what we're talking about. This is not something that we don't. But the narrative on Dak is that we haven't seen this. Like, he's just an average guy, and so. But again, that narrative is based on, like I said, who has to look. What the quarterback must be.
Well, like when you look
the
at
way I'm looking at it is,
I'm sorry, when you look at a Tony Romo, right?
Yeah.
Who could put up big numbers, man?
Yeah.
Big numbers.
Yeah.
But when you look at his career,
yeah,
he's an average guy.
Like, I give Romo credit that the year that they lost because of Dez's catch, that was Romo's best season as a Cowboy. And that wasn't Romo's fault that the Cowboys lost that game, right? That'll be the only game in the playoffs that I could honestly say that Romo didn't do anything wrong. He just lost the game. But outside of that, he had 11 seasons. Like, when I look at the Cowboys' last 26 years, Dak Prescott has been around for 5 of those years, and he's been in the playoffs 3 times. Okay? Tony Romo was around for 11 of those years, and he was in the playoffs 4 times. Right, and then we had a mess, and then we haven't seen a Super Bowl since Troy Aikman. Mm-hmm. So it's like the problem doesn't just lie with behind the center. It goes into the front office, man.
Jerry Jones.
But listen, Jerry Jones has assembled a great roster, great team.
This year,
they have something special here. But to get back to what y'all was saying,
that's Cliff's boy, by the way. So don't say nothing bad about Jerry.
Well, I just happen to hang out with Jerry a couple times, so that's my boy. But back to your point about Dak. We've seen it in Dak. We have seen it in Dak, which brings me back to I think he's hurt and he's getting better. When you're just not quite yourself, you don't have that moxie or that confidence like you're on top of the world. Because when we're looking at Dak, like game
to sit your ass down, to sit your ass down, because
we can't. I'll tell you this: he's got 1 more week to figure it out, which is not this week, but it can't be no indecision that first week, that flat playoff game. We can't have it.
Yeah, you saw that when he had to scramble, and the first down was there, and you got it. He was like, I don't know if I want to go. I go, and he was short the first down. Indecision. Come on, Dak, go. We've seen you scramble for 15, 17 yards. Easy. Bold joke is over. Not saying put yourself in harm's way, but indecision is not going to cut it.
Nah, we need a precise Dak Prescott, somebody that is exuding confidence, and somebody that is going to lead the team the way they need to be led, because outside of Michael Parsons, he's the most important player on the team.
Yeah.
Period.
Michael Parsons,
I believe in him, man.
Exudes that thing that I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it carries over to the offense a little bit. Like the team leader, even though he's just a rookie, his play on the field just speaks volumes, and his command on the defensive end, to me is reminiscent of a Mike Singletary. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a certain moxie, the word, thank you for whoever threw that out there. He just has that, we need our quarterback to have that same thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think Micah is kind of bugged out too. The two cats that they got on, which goes to show you that can we have Mel Kiper and what's the other fool's name? Todd McShay's job, because those two clowns didn't know what they were talking about when it came to Micah Parsons and Jamar Chase. They were the two best players on each side of the ball going into the draft, and they're the ones that didn't play their last year because of Corona. They didn't want to play. They both sat out, and they both the best players, they're best rookies on both sides of the ball. Period. It's not even close.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not even close.
Yeah.
And you almost forgot about Micah Parsons because they didn't really want to talk about him because he didn't play his last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember him in Penn State, and I was like, yeah, that boy's a problem. But I never thought in my wildest dreams the Cowboys would ever get him.
Mm-hmm.
But, you think about it, those two dudes didn't play their last year, and they are the most dominant rookies in the class.
Yeah.
So you don't always need to play.
And remember, Chase was dropping balls in the preseason. Remember how we led into the season talking about, what's wrong with this cat? They were talking about the stripes on the ball and all this other stuff.
Man, but it's the other dude is the real weapon. The big boy, 85. T. Higgins. Higgins, yeah. He's the reason why Chase and Boyd can do what they do. Because he's that big guy. He's a possession receiver. He's all that in a bag of chips. They got a running game.
In the back, and then you got
Mixon in the running game.
Yeah, they thorough, yo.
But let's go back to Dallas. The other reason why Dak is struggling, Dak throwing the ball 30 times or less is the formula, not 30 times or more. So the offensive line got to run block better. Period.
Yeah. I
don't need Dak to throw the ball 50 times to prove his worth. Dak can throw the ball 28 times or 30 times, but we got 30 runs and they complement, and we getting 150 yards on the ground, and now the passing game is off the charts.
Yeah. But either we can guarantee 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, but we can't even keep anybody. We had 45 yards rushing the other day.
Yeah,
it's not gonna cut.
Pollard ran the ball 6 times and Zeke ran the ball 9 times. That's 15 rushes. That's only 15 rushes.
Zeke hasn't had more than 60 yards rushing since Halloween. How crazy is that?
Come on, man.
We got to run the ball, but which is why, to your point, Wes, I'll take you back to who this falls on. And you're saying Kellen. Okay, let's put the heat on him because I agree. You got all the weapons, you got everybody on your disposal. Hopefully the line is good. You don't have to worry about Tyron Smith not being there. You don't allow Collins not being there. You got backups. Now you can call the game.
Yo,
everybody's healthy. You can call the game.
He too busy taking interviews, I bet.
Yeah.
Well,
he's too busy thinking about his new job.
I bet you he be with Jacksonville next year. Watch.
They interviewed a lot of people, but the defensive coordinator already turned him down. Quinn. He already passed up the Jacksonville job.
Yeah, he wait for a better job. But what's the face? Your boy, the offensive coordinator.
Kellen Moore. But listen, but Jerry may not let him go, huh? Because McCarthy days could be numbered. I mean, regardless of what he does, he makes too many mistakes. They've been lucky enough not to. The one last game cost them because if they would have had a timeout, they could have overturned that fumble that happened that they couldn't review. And they would have got the ball back and probably won the game. But because they didn't have that timeout. So again,
but I don't even think it was that timeout. Wait, I'd take Mahomes, Brady, Rodgers, Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Stafford, Jackson, Valerie Wilson, and maybe David Carr over Dak. Okay. And about 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 5 dudes on that got just as many playoff wins as Dak does. So, okay.
I definitely wouldn't take Carr over him. I wouldn't take
Carr over him.
I wouldn't take Stafford over him.
No, Stafford is a joke because he's been in the league for 9 years, and I don't care about Detroit, all that Detroit. He's been to 4 playoff games and come up empty every time. All you gotta do is watch last week's game, and you'll see he'll throw the ball to anybody with a shirt on if you put pressure on him. Yeah. So that's not relevant. But the other guys I like. I would take Burrow because Burrow looks like he might be good.
Oh yeah.
I don't really take Lamar Jackson because Lamar Jackson still can't show me that he can. I mean, it's not the pocket, it's not everything, but I haven't seen his style win yet.
And you have to build a whole team around him.
Yeah,
you have to commit to that. In everything you do on all levels. Your line on both 3 levels deep. Your quarterback 3 levels deep. So no.
Yeah. That timeout that they took.
Yeah.
That they quote unquote burned.
That's what I said. I agree with JT on this one.
Yeah, but what's the face? Who's the coach of the he pulled the okey doke on him. He pulled
Kingsbury?
Yeah, Kingsbury. He pulled the okey doke on him and he put the kicker out with a Kyler Murray on the field. So Dallas got caught. They didn't know if they should have the field goal.
They had the right personnel on the field.
Yeah, right.
They had the field goal kicker. They had the field goal block team on the field.
Right. It was what do you do in that situation where you're expecting.
I wasn't mad at that.
Yeah.
I was mad at the other one that he's talking about.
Nah, you talking about that's the one that disappeared, so he didn't have it at the end of the game.
No, but he misused the 2 he had left. That's what I'm saying. The one you're talking about, he had to do that because again, the wrong personnel's on the field. That happens. But he had the 2-minute warning on the backside, and he used and once the Cardinals got that first down, he used the timeout. And in my opinion, just let it run to the 2-minute warning at that point, because that's the last time you can stop the clock. And then you regroup and you have 2 left. You have the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts. So you try to play defense until that point, hold those timeouts, and now you have three chances to stop the clock. Mm-hmm. He stopped it after they got a first down and already knocked another minute off the clock. Mm-hmm. And then he had to take the other one because they got another first down on a second and short. Mm-hmm. So then it was over. Yeah. It was a wrap. Yeah. It was stupid. It was like, come on, man. But
he's just bad in those situations, and it's gonna hurt us. It's gonna call. I mean, that's the one thing I'm worried about.
Yeah,
I agree.
Going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we off to the NBA.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
your boy back.
Who's back?
Kyrie's back.
Oh, Kyrie's back. Okay.
You're gonna come out screaming like Cam. I'm back. Cam still didn't win a game, huh? He came out like gangbusters and didn't win a game all season. Mm-mm.
Wow. So we're gonna talk about them Lakers.
Yeah.
Why? Let's talk about Clay coming back on Sunday.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about these. We gotta talk about these Lakers, yo.
Well, they played tonight and they won. They won what? 2 out of 3, right? They're 500.
Let me catch up. Let me get up to speed.
19 and 19. Yeah,
they 19 and 19.
19. Yo, well, listen. There's a cat out there I think need to be the Lakers GM. Really. And it's my man. Let him kick his spit, and then you let me know what you think.
Okay.
Did you see LeBron last night at 37 years old, 43 points, 14 rebounds in 29 minutes? Do you hear me? Somebody ready for the new year. That's what I'm talking about. Put them on your motherfucking back, King. Put them on your back, King, and the rest will follow. Avery Bradley, 25 minutes, 5 points. You big trash. Ain't no other way around it. You big trash. You better than that. Trevor Ariza, you been on the bench all year. You ought to be full of energy. 22 minutes, 3 points. You super trash. That ain't how we starting the year out, bro. You gotta go. Dress Brick, you had your little old triple-double, but Braun was so great, he overcame that trash. 2022, the Lakers is back. We riding on King Anthony Davis. Let me tell your bad body, bad health ass something, man.
Bubba Dub 94.
Oh no!
At Bubba Dub 94 on IG, he's hilarious.
We need to hire him.
Yeah, he is hilarious. He give all the commentary, the real, he gives great commentary, and I love it. Yeah, I like to line up something special for them.
You see LeBron last.
But nah, LeBron is doing his thing, man.
He is.
At 37 years old, as of December 27th, was it? What was his birthday?
I think his birthday was the 31st. Him and Tiger the same day.
31st. That's right. I'm off. The 31st.
Or the 30th. One of them. Yeah.
And he averaged 30, and he was the oldest person to average 30 in a month, and that was the last month. He bested Jordan. Jordan did it at 34 and some change. So yeah, LeBron's doing his thing.
Yeah, man.
He has to carry him. I mean, who else is going to do it?
He talked everybody to coming over for the sleepover. He got to cook the.
Yeah.
He talked all the fellas to come over. He got to entertain.
Exactly. He got
with the key to arcade come responsibility. That's all.
Yeah, man. But it translating into wins. Yeah, but it translating into wins is something totally different. Well, they caught two out of last. They win two in a row. They won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
They have a 2-game winning streak.
And they have Sacramento tonight, so they should win that.
Do you think?
Yeah. They're at home. They got to win the games they should win because Clay's coming back and everybody in the West is doing their thing. Utah stepping up. The Grizzlies are stepping up. Dallas is playing. All these teams are, playing some ball. Phoenix killing everybody. So your Lakers need to win the games they should win. They can't fall off against the Kings.
Yeah, because they overcome Russell Westbrook.
In a game against the Kings, yeah. But ultimately, probably not.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so, I thought as an added addition to the show, right? We talk about the game. Let's see the game, and because Russ is the top of the conversation, I figured we could maybe study his game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was supposed to be like a 2.5 minute clip.
Russ all the way, he hangs and throws it away. And we talked about how the NBA has used more players this year than ever before. We're just into the new year. Russ misses guys that look for his offense come out very aggressive. Start the game. This is one of 7 games tonight in the NBA. This is the nightcap. Russ from the outside when he was basically unstoppable for years. Avery Bradley steals it. Here's a 2-on-1. Russ.
Team to hang around. The more danger you run into.
That one.
It's my shit.
Down goes LeBron. Russ. Nathan Knight trying to do it all by himself for Minnesota. But the Lakers do secure the defensive board finally. Westbrook.
All of a sudden, Noel's been the guy that's come in to try to become a...
Oh, my God.
This basket on this possession. And Russ tries to do it as it's swatted away.
This is the second quarter. This is up second quarter.
Yo, can I ask you a question? When he was playing against the Lakers, he didn't look nothing like he used to kill the Lakers. That is awful. That was an awful 3 minutes. So whatever you put that together,
that was a minute. It was it's a 2.5 minute clip, but I was like, let me just not overkill it. Give it a minute.
That was horrible.
Give it a minute. That was just the first 2 quarters of basketball. And when you think of a professional athlete of his stature, it happens. There's people in the league that aren't. This is Russell Westbrook. He averages a triple double in his sleep, but his turnovers, his game management,
that is horrible.
It's just crazy. And then he made some comment the other day.
He lost me on that one.
Yeah, like you ask him, about his turnovers, and he was like, "Well, it happens. I'm not the only one. It's just that's that's part of the game." What was the exact quote? Does anybody have it?
He basically said that he can get points, and I get that all the time. And you turn the ball over too. He's like, yeah, I can still do that too. I can do that all the time too. Like it was like real cavalier about the turnover part of it. You know what? Like I told you yesterday, Hawk, I was like, this dude has 458 straight games with turnovers, and we've only heard about it in the last 38 games. You see what I'm saying? Because he's playing for the Lakers. So if somebody was doing this for 400 and some odd games, it's definitely legit, right? But it almost reminds me of the T.O. stat drops, because drops became a stat when T.O. became a Cowboy. And he had played all those years in Philly and in San Francisco. And there's no doubt that the man has a streak that I didn't even know existed. 458 games, and he only playing in LA for 38. So that means there's 420 games where he was still turning the ball over every game. But it's a story. So he's been doing this for a long time, but it's like on steroids because he's a Laker.
But it's also the types of turnovers
and that's 5 years.
It's not just that he turns the ball over. It's how many, and they just look comical. They look like he's an amateur athlete. It looked like we're looking at street ball, and he's just flailing, and the whole looking at his hands thing is like, come on, man, you're a professional athlete getting paid millions of dollars. Take this serious, man. Take it serious.
This has a lot to do with, to me, it has a lot to do with being in LA at home. Because he's already moves 95 miles an hour, and now he's moving 115 miles an hour. And he tries too hard, man. He just does. And you can see the stuff like you're saying, it doesn't even look like a professional athlete out there. He looks like a Keystone Cop. And stuff like that happens when you try too hard. And he moves too fast, and to try too hard and move too fast, it's a disaster.
But as a coach or as LeBron James, what do you say? Like LeBron covered for him. He kind of held him down. You can't.
I mean, with him, the days of coaching Westbrook passed a long time ago. He needed somebody like when Larry Brown grabbed AI. When he caught up to AI and finally got AI to listen, that was AI in his prime. Westbrook's not in his prime anymore. So that dog, he's not gonna change his spots. Like Phil caught Kobe at the right time. When you have those type of personalities like they did, and you don't get the right coach to channel that energy, it's a wrap. And he's never had anyone reel it in. It's too late. He is who he is now.
Man, it don't look good for the Lakers.
It don't look good. Don't look good.
That Lakers is like, come on, man. You see LeBron put his hands in his face, his hands. What are you doing? It's like,
And everybody knew if he didn't win with LeBron, if he couldn't do it with LeBron, his legacy, despite the 3-point, the triple double, is done.
Can't do it.
I mean, look how
James Harden can't do it with LeBron James. Come on, man.
KD. I mean, he's had everybody. He's had everybody.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That's just a pure shame. Okay, well, that's that.
It's nothing really to talk about with the Lakers. It's like Klay Thompson coming back is like real basketball chatter. Sunday, to see Klay at 70% in January is like a beautiful thing.
I mean, it opens up the rest of the season for him to just get his legs up under them. If they stay healthy going into the playoffs, they're going to be a juggernaut. I mean, they'll be like the Warriors 2.0.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. They're in first place with him coming back.
Yeah, and they just put it on Utah in Utah a few nights ago. And remember, they just beat Phoenix in Phoenix, the rematch on Christmas.
I think it just beat Miami too, right? The Heat.
Yeah, they beat them last night. They beat them by 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in the crib. Miami kept it close, but yeah, Clay coming back. Wiseman soon to follow. I think what did Poole have? 32 last night or something like that. So these cats they're balling.
Well, I think I might have said this to Hawk too. When you play in the playoffs, if the Lakers could just find it in AD's heart to want to play center and LeBron at the 4, and you just punish, you got to force these little cats, because there's no way in God's green earth that Klay Thompson and Poole and Steph and Wiggins can be on the court when you got AD and LeBron on the same court and be able to defend them. So that's the formula in the bubble. They went big. They played Burley. I mean, they just played. They played big. They played like big.
Yeah, but your perimeter defense got to be on point.
Their perimeter defense was better, obviously, but they're gonna have to play bully ball to compete, because they can't run up and down with all these young dudes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they gotta take advantage of their advantage.
Yeah,
play big.
Yeah, Dwight Howard, LeBron, AD.
Yeah, I mean, they got to go down that road.
Body. Yeah, they can do it.
Can't keep waiting for Kendrick Nunn. He's not the savior.
Yeah, I don't know, because even with bully ball, if you can't defend the perimeter,
that's their only shot, though. I mean, I get it, and I don't think they can do it, but that's their only chance to be able to compete. You know what I'm saying? Well, and even who they get for Rondo? They just traded Rondo to Cleveland, right?
Yeah, some cats I've never heard of before. There was an Asian dude in next year's draft or something. Next year,
well, they wanted to open up
Zhang Shuang.
They wanted to open up a roster spot anyway to possibly get someone free agent or something going into the middle of the season, but nobody that can help them now.
They can't.
Let me see. Cleveland Cavaliers. No, I can't. Trying to see details can be read here. Okay, thank you. Cleveland gets Rajon Rondo. Okay. What else? That was it. Los Angeles Lakers receives the draft rights to Louis Lavery, 57th pick in the 2014 NBA draft from New York.
2014.
Anyway, and New York Knicks received guard Denzel Valentine from Cleveland, and the draft rights to Wang Zailing, 57th pick in the 2016 NBA draft, and Brad Newley, 54th pick in the 2007 NBA draft, and cash considerations from the Lakers. In addition, Los Angeles receives the draft rights to Louis. Yeah, I'm not gonna butcher his name up any longer, but yeah, that's how it went down. So I don't know who any of these players are. I don't know the scoop.
I know I don't.
Well, Valentine and who the next guy?
I know Valentine. Yeah. Valentine's from Michigan State, right?
Michigan State, yeah. Well, he has talent, so teams are just looking to pick up people with rosters being so thin with this COVID. So,
yeah. Okay. So, all right, the West standings, real quick. Warriors, Suns, Jazz, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Mavericks, Clippers, Lakers, Timberwolves, Kings, Spurs, Trailblazers, Thunder, Pelicans, Rockets. Do we see anything interesting happening in the next week or so with this with how the West looks?
I don't see anyone underneath the line of 11 from 11 down that's going to push anyone above them in the West.
I agree.
I think it stays the way it is. Those 10 teams are going to be in the maybe you have the Lakers, Clippers, and Mavericks fighting for the 6th spot to play to get out the play-in game. But after that, that's it.
Okay.
Yep. And in the
So
East,
man, the Bulls are in first place. How about that?
Yeah, I think they won 7 in a row.
8
in a row. Most wins in a row since I think 2016 or something like that. Derrick Rose's MVP season. So they balling. And I don't know if you've both seen DeMar Rosen.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
His back-to-back, his walk-offs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I mean, you know, that's something that one will probably never be broken or tied. I mean, he walk off the last game of the New Year and the first game of the New Year's Day. You know, so he it was dope. A 3. I mean, the 3 was a one-legged 3 at the buzzer.
Because he don't shoot 3
on New Year's Eve, and then the corner 3 was also sweet. He had an and one before that, but yeah, he's doing his thing.
Yeah. Who was it last week? We were talking about the Bulls, and someone said that they were pieces away. Who said that?
Cliff said they were a piece away.
No,
I think it was that.
No,
KD.
it was whatchamacallit. It was
It was Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Yeah, I don't think they're a piece away. I
think they're right there.
I think they're right there. I think they're, you know, when we look at what's going on in the East right now, them being in first place, you know, Zach LaVine, you know, Lonzo stay healthy, you know, why not?
Vucevic, they got a big
man, yeah.
And DeRozan.
Yeah, so, you know, I think it's interesting right now, the Bulls in first place.
Yeah, I think they're right in that upper echelon. I mean, there's no powerhouses like Golden State and Phoenix in the East. I think that Nets, Milwaukee, Chicago, Miami, that's the upper 4 teams, and rightfully so.
And what's going on with Brooklyn? They've been catching some L's lately.
Yeah, they lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Still something to be expected, or you think something, you know?
No, I think they were still coming off being thin from COVID and just getting their team back. I mean, I don't think it's anything that'll carry over.
Yeah. And Kyrie's due to come back.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Yeah. I was watching the Hornets Wizards 2 nights ago, and Beal had 35, 7, and 8, and then I looked and I said, who that with 36, 14, and 6?
Kyle Kuzma.
Nah, but they call them I call them Lakers East because, you know, you got Kuzma and Caldwell Pope and Montrezl Harrell. But Harrell's hurt right now. He's not playing.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma is doing his thing, I have to say.
He's playing. He's playing well.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
And they 19 and 18. They're a playoff team.
And probably because Harrell is out is when they started losing. I mean, they playing like only 500 ball over the past 10 games, but Washington, started off kind of hot. You know, that threesome or that Laker crew, they came east and was doing their thing in DC.
Yeah,
who's doing this thing?
Yeah.
Do we expect to see fireworks between Embiid and Montrez next time they match up? They got into it last week.
No.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Embiid's a peacemaker. I think Embiid is,
he was chopping up with KD last time they met as well.
Mm-hmm.
It was barking at each other. What do you think of Philly?
I think they need to get something for Ben.
I like Philly to talk about, because you got Ben Simmons. That's always a conversation, and Doc Rivers is a conversation, and Embiid is a conversation. But they're not going nowhere.
No.
Mm-mm.
If they can somehow get something for Ben, because they're hanging around, hovering right in that middle area.
20 and 16.
Yeah,
but they're not a threat. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not a threat to anybody.
Yeah,
they get rid of Ben. They get something for Ben. I think they could be a threat. But they're gonna be who they are right now, right in that spot.
Mm-hmm. Middle of the road, but they need, you know.
I mean, they playing like Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland is playing good, but is Cleveland playing well or is Philly not playing that well? That's the question, right? And I think it's both.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland is playing well, and Philly's not playing that well.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't see anybody. The Knicks and the Hawks, I think, still have an outside chance to get in that in a playing game. I don't think the Pacers do.
Yeah.
No.
Can we talk
The
about?
Hawks would be disappointing if they didn't get in the playoffs.
Yeah, it would be after last year. But can we talk about Ice Trey?
Ice Trey dropped 56 last night, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's balling.
And he's had 14 50-point games in his career already.
What? I didn't know that.
I think he's tied for like third. Yeah, he's got 14 50-point games.
Damn.
Well, I like the stat line because he was 17 for 26 from the floor, which is pretty phenomenal to have only take 26 shots and have 56 points and 15 from the free throw line. So that was impressive. But they took an L because Anthony Simons dropped 43.
Ooh, man.
And they didn't have Dame Lillard. Lillard didn't even play for Portland.
And Anthony Simons, ooh, man, big up to him.
He had 43.
He showed out.
Mm-hmm.
And Norman Powell had 26. So that's where they got their points from. Yep.
Wow.
So Trey, they can't lose a game in Portland that Dame Lillard doesn't play. No McCollum and no Lillard, and you lose.
That's not a good look.
Not a good look.
Even then when you put up 56 points.
Yeah, 56, and you still lost.
Well, they weren't playing no defense. What did they give up? Like 120-something points or something? That was like a track meet.
It was 136 to 131.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, playing in Portland as well, you know.
But just think about it, because LeBron scored 43 against Portland, and he was 16 for 26, and Trey scored 56 and was 17 for 26. So they took the same amount of shots. He only made one extra, but the difference from the free throw line. So that's because LeBron's stat line is crazy too. When he scored his 43, but that just tells you how great Trae Young played the other day.
Yeah, that list that he's on, most
50-point games.
50-point games, like 5 people on it. This is him, Wilt. It's like
I can't believe he got 15 already. God, what did he get in the league?
14.
4 years, Trey?
Yeah.
Wow. That cat will put it on you.
I think Kobe's on the list. Kevin Durant, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list now. Trying to pull it up anyway.
Yeah, Will Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, James
Will,
Harden.
yeah. Yep, I got it. That's pretty impressive.
They don't even have him on here now. The one I'm looking at don't have him on here.
It don't have Trey on there.
They don't have Trey on here.
Because
yeah, he's got 14.
Dame has 12. Dame and LeBron are tied with 12. AI had 11. But look at the gap between Jordan and Wilt. Wilt had 118.
118, bro.
Jordan had 31.
Yeah, but remember that season he averaged 50?
Yeah.
So
50 and 20, right?
Yeah, he was a man playing amongst boys, taking all the girls.
20,000. You sure? Because
he got 2. It says here he has 2.
Clay, yeah. Trey only has 2.
Oh, so I must have mistaken the stat I saw. They did a number.
Yeah, because Steph has 10. Steph is tied with Kareem with 10.
Oh, he's got 2.
Yeah.
I'm about to say. Oof.
Like James Harden, I was like, man, he got 23.
23, damn.
That's impressive.
Yeah, those a lot of those Houston years.
Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. Houston.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of corny. Like I'm looking at another one they got, and they put Jordan first. they put their faces, so they list the faces, but they put Jordan in front of Wilt. But they put when you hit on Jordan's face, they put he's number 2. But they have all these guys on the same list, and then they put Jordan as number 1 visually.
Yeah, I definitely. I think if Wilt played in today's game, he'd be Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
He was incredible. There's a video of him shaking hands with Shaq, like Shaq's first year. I think it was an All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Wilt comes down to the floor, 57 years old, 56 years old, whatever. He goes and shakes Shaq's hand. Now Shaq is the strongest person I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
When he shakes Shaq's hand, Shaq's whole body yanks. He shakes Wilt's hand, and Shaq's shoulder. Hey, good to meet you, young man. Shaq was, you know how strong you gotta be
to do that to Shaq.
Shake his hand. Now you're not yanking his arm. You're just, vigorously shaking his hand. And Shaq's whole body just yanks. This is break the glass Shaq. This is the break the backboard Shaq. This is that Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this 56-year-old man come down.
That's the big
I'm looking at
difference,
those 2 dudes right there. 2 big men right there.
Bro, I was watching. What channel is Strahan? Fox. So there was a perspective. You could really see how big Michael Strahan is standing next to these other men.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's certain angles you see, it's like they look all like kind of the same. You can't really understand the size of these motherfuckers. It's like Dwight Howard. This dude is like dunk contest, not even fair, man. Like, you're eliminated. Like really, if you over 6'8", the dunk is less impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, man. Get out of here,
So look at what Wilt I always laugh when when you talk about Wilt and I'm looking at the most points by one player in a game, and he had 100, right? And people are like, well, he was playing against guys that were 5 feet tall, right? But I was like, well, how come he was the only one that was scoring 100 points? Because there got to be other guys that were just as tall. Or you got Wilt had like 30 games on this list. Like he's listed like from 100 to like 62. Wilt is like names there like 20 something times in terms of points.
Yeah, but you got like Bill Russell was putting up not against Wilt, and relatively speaking, his numbers weren't Wilt's numbers, but
no,
I mean it was put up 56 points, 32 rebounds.
Yeah, I mean he has. Like even what Kobe was a second is Wilt with 100, Kobe with 81, and Wilt again with 78, and David Thompson with 73. And I know Kobe when he scored 81, they were like, well, he scored it against the Raptors. And I'm like, well, everybody got to play against the Raptors that year.
Yeah, everybody put it up. Like, Elvin
everybody
Hayes,
scored 81 though.
Elvin Hayes used to put up crazy numbers, yo.
Elgin Baylor.
Actually, you know who defended Kobe that 81?
Jalen Rose.
Yeah, exactly. Jalen. Yeah.
Elgin Baylor
had 71 in a game, and the most impressive, Devin Booker had 70.
Mm-hmm.
Is on that list.
That's crazy.
And the people that we've seen: Kobe 81, Devin Booker 70, Jordan 69. Kobe had a 65 game. I think that was the game when he didn't play the fourth quarter against the Mavericks. He had 65 in 3 quarters.
Wow.
65. Clay has something like that too.
Well, that 37 in the quarter game,
Yeah,
right?
Clay had 37 in a quarter.
What's
Clay
Steph's
is on here somewhere.
highest game?
Huh?
What's Steph's highest?
62.
Wow.
Yeah.
Melo. Look at Melo in a 50-point game, right?
Yeah, Melo is 62 as well.
Mm.
Kobe 62 again. McGrady 62. Dame Lillard 61 twice. James Harden 61 twice. LeBron and Kobe 61.
KD.
Shaq has 61.
Now Shaq getting 61 is something else. Because it's all 2-pointers.
That was his birthday against the Clippers.
All 2-pointers.
Mm.
And from the line, you probably
barely nothing from the line.
Breaking from the line.
Yeah, barely nothing.
Kemba Walker has 60.
Mm.
Kemba. Jason Tatum has 60. Bradley Beal 60.
What about
I think all those 60s were last year too, weren't they?
What about Jerry West?
Jerry West's best game was, he's on here, 63.
Mm.
Yeah. Rick Barry 64. George Gervin 63.
Pete Maravich
68.
Ooh.
David Robinson is on here.
What do you get?
71.
70? Yeah.
Wow.
I remember
Go
that.
ahead, D-Rob.
D-Rob. And then you get into, Wilt scored 61 points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Wilt scored 62 points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Come on, man.
Wilt scored 63 points twice. He scored 65 points 3 times. 67 points 5 times.
This is the
66
60s.
points once.
This is just the 60s.
70 once. 68 once. 73 twice, and 72 once, and 78 once,
And 100.
and 100.
We didn't mention the 50s, the 40s, and the 30s, which is still huge. Even in the 20-something is huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of cats in the 60s, like Gilbert Arenas, Alvin Iverson, Tom Chambers, Larry Bird, Bernard King, all scored 60. Devin Booker did 59. AD had 59. Purvis Short 59. Wilt scored 59 8 times.
Never nervous.
Westbrook is on this list, 58. Freddie Brown, 58.
Dressbrook.
57. Michael Redd made an appearance in Jerry Stackhouse.
Michael
Reggie
Redd. Milwaukee Bucks, right?
57, yeah. LeBron is on here. But LeBron made an appearance earlier. I saw his name before this. LeBron's high score is 61. Yeah, he's in the 61. And then Adrian Dantley, 57. Glenn Rice, how about that? 56.
Wow, 56.
Big dog.
LaMarcus Aldridge is on here. Karl Anthony Towns, all 56. Kelly Tripucka, 56.
Okay.
Rod Strickland. Kenny Anderson.
I ain't see anybody there yet. Nate Archibald, 55.
Isaiah.
I didn't get to him yet. Kyrie Irving, 54. Man, Wilt Chamberlain is just killing this list.
Every meaningful list, he's on it somewhere.
You don't see Kareem don't make an appearance until 53. Yep, Kareem. Wilt scored 53 11 times. It's just like every number you get is like Wilt like 3 times.
Everybody says Wilt Chamberlain was the strongest man probably in the world during his run. No, like the stories of this guy is mythic. The types of feats that he would, and I don't want to misquote anybody, but if you look it up, feats of strength, Wilt Chamberlain, YouTube it, and he was doing all the top athletes are saying, I was with him when he outran a horse. I was with him when he wrestled alligators he was in the Everglades. I was there. We were in the Arctic. We wrestled a polar bear to the crazy stories though. But the high jump, like how he would jump over he didn't do the flop joint. It was like he would like jump over it straight. Like in a single bound out this motherfucking shit.
You know what's real interesting about Wilt though? If you look at this playoff scoring, Jordan has the most points in a playoff game, right? 63.
Wow.
And Elgin Baylor has 61. Wilt scored 56, 53, 50 twice. That list changes a lot in the playoffs. Like you get a whole different, like Michael Jordan his name comes up a whole lot on this list. Isaiah Thomas is on this list. Remember Eric Sleepy Floyd?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had a 51-point playoff game.
Houston, right?
Golden State.
Golden State.
Ray Allen had a 51-point playoff game. LeBron had a 51-point playoff game. Actually, LeBron had a 51. Yeah, LeBron had a 51. I thought it was another one. Yeah. Dominique had a 50-point playoff game. Jordan had 2 50s, a couple of 55s. He had a couple of double nickels in the postseason, and a 63. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brothers. 8:52. We creeping up on 9. I think we could put this one to sleep.
All right, fellas. Well, we've got one more week of football left.
Yeah.
Week 18 will
And
be
then
in
the
the book,
playoffs.
and then the playoffs, and we can really see if is Dak to life or something else.
Yeah,
Dak
well,
to life, baby.
I got this shirt that says once you go Dak, you never go back.
Cowboys. Let's get it.
Let's see. I don't know. All right, brothers.
All right, man.
Peace out. Have a good week. Peace.
Peace, everybody.